Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another flip through my buju or bullet journal, whatever the case may be. And no, you're not seeing the same video again. This is actually my second journal. And yes, it does look very familiar because, oh, we remember this one with the little dragonfly. But actually, that's just because I really, really love this kind of journal by markings. I found it at Staples if you're in the US. And the way I decided to distinguish them, instead of putting something on the cover or, adding stickers, which I don't really do, I added another charm. And this one has, you see that there? It has a hamsa. And I get those at AC Moore. They come in packs of like large quantities, but I figure, hey, I'll save them. Maybe I'll add them to something else. Maybe I will have that many journals at the end of my lifetime. So we're gonna just jump right in and we're gonna open up and we're gonna see some familiar pages like the opening one. And here, this journal actually I started in April of 2017, right as the other one left off, and this one took me all the way to the end of the year in December, and that was really exciting because I was really wanting to eventually start my new journals at the beginning of the year because, of course, I am OCD. And here is my index, and you'll see my boo-boo stickers all throughout. And by this time, I was really confident in, well, I felt really confident, really like I had moved on from the newbie stage and I knew what I was doing, and I just jumped right in, color coordinating everything. And you'll see that my colors got a lot more vibrant because by this time I had gotten Tombow markers, which if you're not familiar with, I'll show you a few here. They are dual tip brush pens, and these are so much fun. And I held off at the beginning because I was doing everything with what I knew, which was colored pencils. But I got into markers and I just forgot all about my ghosting because, YOLO. You only live once, and my doodles are too cute not to be in vibrant color. So you'll see some new, this is a gratitude, which I did in kind of a rainbow flow. And I talked a lot about how I was really trying to just figure out what works for me. And it turns out that I never know what works for me. It all just kind of changes month to month. And sometimes I'll really love a page. Sometimes I just really like one thing about a page. But this is my honest truth. This is my day to day. This is my week to week, my month to month. And the memories that live in these journals, I just, I'm really sad that I didn't start bullet journaling before I did. Because I just think back, well, I have lots of photo albums and picture books, but this is something special. This is the day that we went to embarrass my brother-in-law playing high school football. That was fun, family day. And here they are. So I drew this out so I could keep a swatch and the numbers, because I didn't realize at the time, but the numbers actually fade as you grip them, and the more you use them, the more it fades. And I ended up putting a piece of tape over it, but as you can see, a little too late. So I have this swatch, and I actually move that swatch into every new journal with me because now I just know. And of course, now I know, so I put the piece of tape as soon as I buy the new marker. Here are tons of doodles. I really found my doodle. She has crazy curly hair, and if you've ever seen a picture of me, that is a lot. There is a lot of hair. And you'll you'll just see like fun little things that just happened that day, or will remind me of that day. We have a Sunday tradition where my husband gets up with my girls and goes to pick up donuts, and they all know not to wake me up until they hand me that coffee. But that's only on Sunday. Every other day I drink teas. Chai tea, Earl Grey. I am a Gemini. This is what my daughter's birthday is actually the day before mine. So we celebrated her birthday by going bowling. And then the next day it's Mommy's birthday, which nobody seems to care much about because we were all partied out. This tracker is for my Instagram followers. And I started this a little bit later. As you can see, this is my second journal. So I started tracking them, and it's a 10 per little triangle, 10 followers per triangle. And what happened here is that the page, I messed it up on the writing, and I really didn't like it, but I did not want to just rip out the whole thing because it would mess up my numbers. So what I ended up doing was just cutting it. And this was a whole big thing because I posted on Instagram. I was freaking out, and then I ended up just cutting it and keeping it like this. And here I am working through my trying to reach that 1,000 followers, and I love each and every one of you. And sometimes I see them come and go, and I stress out. I'm like, no, what am I doing wrong? But I'm cool with it. I appreciate everybody who takes the time to look at my pictures, like my pictures. I mean, this is just fun for me, and for right now, I just love it. And here, this day was really exciting because we fell into a mushroom hunting group, and then we became obsessed. And this day I got Happy Mail, and I had won a passion planner, and that was super exciting. My daughter got a soccer trophy, and lots of fun things happening here. I was still participating in that 52 weeks doodle visual vocabulary, and you'll see those pop up all over the place. So many fun things. We went to the farm and picked strawberries and cherries. And my favorite, Fluffy from the Minions movies, or Despicable Me. We went to see Wonder Woman. T-shirts going out. Lots of orders were happening there. And I was so excited because my t-shirt business was picking up. And we're just going to keep flipping. School supplies. This is some more cute little doodles. I love these doodles so much. This is my attempt at a journaling challenge, which I kind of like and I miss. I journal in different ways, but this kind of seems clean. And I do like looking back to see what worked, what didn't work, what I changed, but might be kind of wanting to go back to. I love this layout, and I've been doing it this way for a long time, where I separate my this is every day of the month, and then I do what I have to do in the mornings, what I have to do in the afternoons, and then what I do in the evenings, if anything. And then I track the moon cycle. Ever since I started practicing Reiki, I've become a lunatic, and I kind of just want to know that it's coming, even though naturally my body just kind of knows that full moon is coming. I've never really suffered from headaches or migraines or anything like that, thank goodness, but I do get a slight annoyance when the full moon is coming. I love her. Getting ready for school time. I did some pencil borders. I love this page, and for the longest time it was the background on my phone until my kids were like, hey mom, what happened to the picture of us? So we have to go back to pictures of them. Oh, so many good memories. Here is, you know it's fall because I'll have all my TV shows spread out. And actually, right now it is March 2018 and this spread is active. I actually still use this because these shows are still happening. And as you can see, I'm still filling in. And the little dots you see are shows that I need to catch up on. Oops, Big Bang Theory. I haven't watched you in a while, but I promise I will get through all of them by the time the summer's over. And then this book will be laid to rest with the other one. Love October. Love, love, love October. My anniversary is in October, so I kind of made this for that. 10 Things I Love About You, dedicated to my husband. And that's me as Sally looking back. And it's a funny joke because my husband is very tall and very clumsy. And we call him Shrek sometimes. Don't tell him I told you that because that's not a funny inside joke. Okay. Some candy. Some measurements. I went on a detox that my husband prepared for me. And I love this one. I sound a little conceited, but sometimes I really just like what I do, how the way it comes out, even though it may not be perfect and it may not be everybody's cup of tea. I love them. And these were our costumes, and that's me as a pirate, captain of course, and my husband, I sent him to work like that. It was so funny with makeup and everything. My daughters, and for Thanksgiving, these are our hands. This is my husband, myself, and my 2 little girls. And we made a little turkey because that's what you do. And here we go mushroom hunting. It's so cute. I was very pressed for time in November. And this is how I did my weekly. And I absolutely cannot stand it because it's just like, where are my doodles? Bring back the doodles. But I was just trying to keep up with Buju, but at the same time living life because it changed very quickly. And so I really neglected it. And you can tell November was just not a great Buju month. But I tried to pull through. I tried to do something. But see, right now this drives me nuts. But I can't bring myself to go back and fill it in because that would just not be authentic. For December, I tried a little harder, and I think I did better. What do you think? We went to see the Nutcracker on our local stage, and my kids absolutely went berserk. That people, like, that's their job, that there's such a thing as theater people. That's my daughter holding Fluffy. She's a little nutty. I wonder where she gets it from. So here I went into highlights of the year. And again, I used my Buju to go back and remember all of the amazing stuff that we did. And this is just like no doodles, but I know I can go back and be like, oh my God, when did we do so-and-so? And when was the last time we went bowling? And I can just go to this page and know exactly, because in families, that does happen. We get into silly fights about when was the last time we did something, or we haven't been to this place since, and there I am. And then I did a taking stock page, which I found on somebody else's, and I just really wanted to, I do a daily gratitude. I always want to remember and instill in my girls to be grateful for everything we have, and I just wanted to go through my life, I guess, and do an inventory. And here I did like my resolutions. I try to stay away from that. I'm gonna go to the gym. The things that just aren't going to happen, that I know that aren't gonna happen, because those are day-to-day choices. So these are just kind of bigger dreams and things that I am working towards, that we are working towards as a family. And then on New Year's Eve, we decided to go buy a car. We bought an old Volkswagen Beetle, and it's red, and it has a sunroof. And eventually we will get it registered and road ready. And the girls and I will be driving around in that, and that will be really fun. And so that was the end of 2017, and it's sad, but like I said, I still get to work on my tracker and that TV tracker, which now I can't find. But I am so happy that you joined me for the second tour, and I am even happier that I managed to get it all done in half the time. So yay! All right, guys, you already know the drill. Subscribe, like, help me out, share it on Facebook, share it with your friends. More fun stuff to come, and leave me comments and questions, and I will absolutely reply, because I am not that busy that I can't reply. I reply to everybody right away. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.